Hey, I'm Catherine. I kind of wanted to start doing some videos on being a short rider. I'm 4'11". My inseam is 27 inches without boots and 28 inches with my boots. I've had a really hard time finding bikes that fit me and also just like gaining experience and technique to ride taller bikes. My first bike I started on was a 500 Buell Blast. The measured seat height with the tape measure was about 29.5 inches. And it was my first bike. It had a really hard clutch to ride. I really struggled with that bike. I dropped it so many times. Sometimes I would drop it, pick it up, and just to drop it on the other side. And I really just kind of needed to change from that bike onto something different after about a year. And I just kind of want to get back up to riding a taller bike, but I just needed a little bit more experience first. So after the Buell Blast, I moved on to this 1995 Honda Shadow VLX. I first was drawn to the color. I love the purple and cream. But also, it's just like the perfect bike for being really comfortable as a short rider, especially when you're still pretty new and starting out. So as you can see, the seat height on this is about 25 inches. So when I'm sitting with the bike up, I can pretty easily touch both feet to the ground. I feel extremely stable, very comfortable, and it just was a great bike for me to kind of just really get comfortable on the road. We've done many trips together. I love this bike, but it is hard to hold a decent speed on a freeway or a highway. It gets really exhausting for long periods of time at 65 or 70. So I was getting ready to look for another bike. At this time, I feel like I'm a pretty good rider, and I really want to get up into riding more of an adventure bike or a taller bike. So I know I needed to move on from my Shadow to something that has a little bit more power, but also will kind of be an intermediate step for me to move on to a taller bike. So yesterday I picked up this 2017 Suzuki SV650. It basically has a seat height of about 30.9 inches, which is pretty tall for me, but I can get it off the kickstand and hold it with one foot while my other foot is pretty on the peg. I can't toe touch both sides. I can basically just get one foot up. So at this point, we are going to make a couple of modifications to this bike just to make it more comfortable for me to get used to riding. So we're going to put some risers on the front handlebar to kind of bring it up a little bit and bring it this direction a little bit. We are going to put a lowering link in it just to get it about 1.2 inches shorter to start with. I feel like that will kind of get me comfortable riding it, and then I can always go back up to stock if I want to.